Black Ops 3 beta has ended. Tear, super sad face. I found myself waking up the next day after, ready to play again, only to realize, oh wow, our run is done. And I was kind of sad about that. I had a lot of fun playing the beta. This right here is going to be me kind of breaking down what I thought about the beta, and a few very impressive parts about the beta. So, is this going to be a review? No. That comes later. This right now is just the foreplay. So, let's talk a little bit about what I think happened with this beta. To first understand, I was super excited when I heard there was going to be a beta for Black Ops 3 on console and PC. I was like, what? Super excited, because not only because it's a chance to play and experience the game before it's actually released, that's always the great part, the trial run, if you will, but most importantly is this was a real beta. They wanted to get feedback. That's the first sign that a game is trying to take a step forward with its community, and that's giving it a true beta. Not like, oh, 2 weeks before release, let's let them have a trial run. This was legitimately to gain the acceptance and the understanding of the community, gauge where they are, allow them to dissect and pick apart the beta, talk about what they like and what they dislike, and send it back to them. Not only did they receive all this information well, they could have just as easily taken the information we had, smacked up a notepad on desktop, wrote down all the shit, and settled it and fixed it later. They didn't do that. If you would have told me that they would have fixed things in the beta upon actually having a beta, I'd have been like, get out of here. This is not the same COD. And I know Treyarch has always been better, but, I mean, come on now. Who does that? That was super strong initiative, and I am proud of Treyarch for that, guys. There you go. Round of applause. There you go. Actually, it was just my thigh smacking back and forth in slow motion. You're welcome. Oh, jumping jacks. So, I think that they did a great job with that. That was probably the most impressive thing of the beta, and it wasn't actually the beta itself. They went through, they nerfed, they fixed, they tweaked so many things, but they do have a fair way to go. There are still quite a few things that are overpowered in the game, the M8 being one, so some of the weapons are still a little stronger than others, some of them are a little lacking. The specialists are too, and you gotta keep in mind that it's hard enough for base developers to get weapon balance right, that with their current workload. They went a step further and adopted these specialist abilities, which is going to enhance the amount of work and the manpower they're going to need to make sure this game is balanced. But with the display and the timely responses they had to fixing so many things in the beta, I fully have the comfort and confidence that this is going to be great. I don't get that from most games, but I truly feel that this game is going to be incredible upon actual release. And that is all due to the fact of how they handled the beta themselves. So, moving on over other things. Of course, weapon balance can use a little bit of tweaking, and I know they did some tweaking, some of which needs a little bit more attention. Specialist, they did a little bit of that too. Rejack, I believe when it first came out, it allowed people to continue their score streaks after death, which was just a little too strong, to be honest. Especially with the quick regeneration of the specialist ability, they could just keep running with infinite streaks, and that definitely needed some tuning. I believe when the Ripper came out, you were not able to use the thumbstick to actually activate the stab mechanism. You had to use that ability each time by hitting the bumpers, and were forced to do that, at least in my experience, before they patched it. They also extended the Ripper lifetime, but as I said before, it's not perfect yet. Scythe definitely needs retouched. It is significantly overpowered. You gotta first understand and break the word down, like I always have to tell people. Over just means more or higher, and power is simply strength. Something that is stronger than the rest. It doesn't mean game breaking. A lot of people think the word overpowered means it ruins the game. That's not always true. But Scythe is clearly the strongest one. I managed to get 12 kills with one Scythe streak. That is double the body count any other specialist ability is capable of getting. You know what I mean? It just doesn't happen. Scythe just lasts way too long. It needs a severe tweak. It's not like you're invulnerable and you can't die and it's hard to take them down. Not by any means. They're just as easy to kill as everyone else. The catch is, it lasts way too long and they have way too much strength behind it. And that's how I feel on that front. Moving over to a couple other things. Little things like I think the lethal streaks. I feel like the points generated from getting kills within a lot of those lethal streaks is not high enough. I feel like they can use a little bit of a boost, to be honest. And even more so in things like the Warship, which has got a 1600 price tag. As a score streak, you can have 2 co-pilots with you that can seriously jack all of your kills. They can steal the kills right from underneath you, and you don't even get any sort of points or compensation for that. It's not split amongst you two. You just get none of it. They can steal your stuff. It's like literally inviting someone over and find out they fucked your girlfriend on your couch. I know, right? My couch? I love that couch. But seriously, I think they did a great job, a smash job. They just got to pay attention and be wary about a lot of the concerns. There's one major concern that a lot of the community is calling for, and it's upsetting me, to be honest, because I feel like they're wanting their game to be too easy to play, and that is flinching. Ladies and gentlemen, you know how you counter flinching? You get your shots in first and you kill the guy. The counter to flinching is killing him first. Now, I know a lot of people are against flinching. I think they did it just right. It doesn't need to be tweaked at all because flinching needs to be in the game. If a guy got the drop on you and he got the first shots in you, you have to work double time to get back and earn that kill. Simply put, I think it needs to stay. Let me know your opinions down below, guys. Subscribe if you are new here, and I will catch you around sometime.